I think you have to step back and look at how China has done with the virus. Initially, there was a clear failure in recognition and rapid response. Their response after that was stunning, right? And if they had a death rate like most other countries in the world, there would be 1 million people dead now in China who are alive today. They have two problems, at least. One of them is that they don't yet have highly effective vaccines available. And second, they, like many countries in the world, including the US, have a fair amount of vaccine hesitancy, or people who are not very willing, not very interested in taking vaccines, particularly among the elderly. And if you look at what happened in Hong Kong, it's just stunning. Many of us thought, oh, Omicron must be a pretty wimpy virus, doesn't cause a lot of illness and death. Well, that was if it affects people who have either been infected before or had vaccination. Omicron in Hong Kong represented what happens in an immune-naive population, and it was devastating. And if it's that devastating in all of China, that would be millions of deaths. So they're in a bind. They don't have the most effective vaccines, and they don't have the most vulnerable people vaccinated. Those, I think, are the two things to focus on. Get effective vaccines to the most vulnerable, and then you'll be able to have a policy that is not zero COVID infections, but aim for zero or close to zero COVID deaths, which is, for example, what Singapore has done.
So they are, I mean, realistically speaking, even if we don't have any of the downside scenarios for future COVID variants, they are months and months and months away from being able to effectively respond here.
I wouldn't underestimate the capacities of the Chinese government. They test entire cities of 10 million people in a few days. So the ability to get very effective vaccines to those who need it most in a short period of time is certainly within their grasp.
Do you have any idea why it is that they've refused it's one country, one major country in the world that if they wanted to have vaccine mandates, they could certainly impose them. Is it because they don't have vaccines that are effective yet themselves? Do you have any view on that?
I don't know what their thinking is, obviously. Vaccination in China has a long history, and as CDC director, we had a very close partnership with the Chinese government to look at all of their vaccination policies, to improve their vaccination standards. Vaccines do require a higher threshold. Unlike a medication, which you give to someone who's sick, you're giving a vaccination to someone who's not sick. And so you really need to make sure that it's safe and that it's effective.